How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and that's right, it's time for more of Marriland's Pokemon Moon adventure. Last time, I tracked down, what was that thing called? Xurkitree? Yeah, that was pretty cool. But now there's another Ultra Beast on the loose, so I'd better go track it down. But looks like I found another Zygarde cell right over here. So yeah, Route 13 is where I need to go for this motel here. Let's see what is up with Looker and Annabelle this time. Marriland, thank you once again for coming. Yeah, no problem. I've been waiting for you, Marriland. Once again, we have already gathered the intel on the UB we are targeting. Mr. Nanu provided us with everything that we needed to know. The UB that has been sighted on this island is known by the codename Blaster. It is a fearsome beast that apparently possesses a fearsome energy that will burn anything, and it was not a single sighting either. UB-04, Blaster, Faller. Okay. We cannot afford any delays. I will protect the populated areas as usual. Marriland will go to the site. Mr. Looker, you will stand by. We will ask you to handle backup. Are you alright, Chief? I think you are pushing yourself too far. If you would agree, I would be happy to go into the field myself this time, and... I'm fine. I can still handle this. I have you to watch my back after all, don't I? Yes, ma'am. Then I'll be off now. Marriland, I wish you fortune in battle. Yeah, something's definitely up with her. Do not push yourself too hard, Chief. Please, be careful. Marriland, these are for you. Your Pokeballs known as Beast Balls for this mission. Yeah, more Beast Balls. Thank goodness. First, the regular reports. Let us get them out of the way, my young friend. Madam Wick finished analyzing all the data that we gathered on the last UB you caught. If you wish to learn more about that creature, you should speak with Madam Wick in the Aether Paradise Secret Labs. And now it is time we get to work. If you need anything, or if you need to ask me anything, I am here. Well, I gotta ask you, where are these blasters? Let's take a look. It seems to possess, yeah, you already told me that. Haina Desert and Mali Garden. Okay, well, I wouldn't mind going to the desert again. In fact, for that matter, I kind of feel like maybe I should explore the ruins. I don't really know what's there. I mean, I went there, but I didn't have Machamp with me last time, so I don't know if I have to fight the Tapu of this island or not. But you know what? Before I do that, there's something I've kind of been meaning to do. I haven't really, done it yet, and, that's go back and actually talk to Wick about these Ultra Beasts that I caught. Because, you know, Looker keeps saying, yeah, you know, she's gathered this intel and this information, but haven't really, taken Wick up on that offer. So, I'm going to go do so. I will see you when I get to her. Alright, Wick. What have you got to tell me? Okay. Show me the UB data. Okay, I want to learn more about Nihilego. Codenamed Symbiont, properly known as Nihilego, there have been sightings reported of this beast in Alola's past. Its most distinctive feature is its parasitic ability. When Nihilego latches onto a host, it does not manipulate its actions directly. Rather, it awakens the host's own capabilities and boosts them to an extreme extent in order to protect itself. It injects the host with a sort of neurotoxin to achieve this effect. This neurotoxin of Nihilego is incredibly stimulating and inspires feelings of extreme excitement and a lack of inhibition in its host. In other words, anything or anyone that a Nihilego latches onto will have its native skills forcibly activated to their fullest extent and will then act as it naturally desires to. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, tell me about Pheromosa. UB-02, codenamed Beauty, properly known as Pheromosa. This UB was sighted for the first time following the incidents at AETHER Foundation. This UB can reach speeds exceeding 120 miles per hour in just an instant. This speed is greater than any other living creature that has been discovered to date, but its most distinctive features may in fact be its beauty and its powerful pheromones. Most any creature that squares off against a Pheromosa becomes confused, as if struck by the beast's beauty, and loses the will to fight. It is still a subject of research, but it's thought that Pheromosa may possess some sort of organ able to produce a pheromonal substance previously unknown to science. Ooh, interesting. Okay, now tell me about Xurkitree, there we go. UB-03, codename Lighting, properly known as Xurkitree. This UB was sighted for the first time following the incidents at AETHER Foundation. Its most distinctive feature is an organ that can generate power. This UB's bodily makeup is highly reminiscent of electric wiring, thus enabling it to conduct electricity with great efficiency. It can discharge as much as 1,000,000 volts of power at once. When it begins to run out of power, it stabs its legs and tail into the soil, entering a tree-like state as it absorbs electricity from the ground. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, I always like kind of lore and, you know, figuring out little information tidbits about stuff. So, yeah, I found that interesting, even though it wasn't, you know, fighting stuff. Anyway, speaking of fighting stuff, I'm gonna go to the desert. I'll see you when I get there. All right, time to find this, this thing. Also, oh, hi, something's here. I realized I can just fly to the Ruins of Abundance, which is really nice, because I didn't want to have to wander all the way through this desert again just to get back there. I mean, I would have done it, but it definitely makes it so much more convenient. So much more convenient. Okay, so I guess now it's just a matter of running into that Pokemon. And apparently it uses fire moves or something. No, this still is not it. Darn it. I guess oh, wow, there are these Doug Trio everywhere. Well, I'll just kind of pop back in once I've found the darn thing, rather than make it sit through all these Doug Trio fights. Here we go. Time to take a look at Blaster. Whoa. Whoa, that thing looks so weird. Oh man, okay, so its defense rose sharply. Oh geez, that thing is so crazy looking. Oh man, and it's level 65. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and go for that Nature's Madness once or twice. Probably no need to use False Swipe because it'll have such high defense. But this is nice just for weakening it. Autotomize, oh boy. Great, so now it's really fast, too. Are you gonna take damage from the sandstorm? No, you're not. So it's gotta be part steel, rock, or ground. I'm guessing probably part steel. Skull Bash. Oh boy. That's actually fine, though. That'll give me a chance to use some more Nature's Madness. Get it weak enough to catch. So this Skull Bash might hurt. I should probably switch out for Nebby. Oh, excuse me, Nebby. Okay, yeah. None of that for you, pal. Okay, unfortunately, Hypnosis isn't going to do too good against it. So, yeah, I have to wait for this electric terrain to wear off. Thankfully, I have a lot more Beast Balls now, so hopefully this will work. I seem to have okay success catching them at this level, so hopefully I will be fortunate. Come on, stay in there. Oh yeah, no problem. I was not paying attention as to how many of these things there are. Darn it, I think there were 2? Maybe 3? I don't know. I think there was more than one, though. Celesteela. Celesteela, interesting, okay. What is this thing all about? Wow, that is just so weird looking. Okay, this is a steel flying type, wow. Okay, a launch Pokemon, one kind of Ultra Beast. Witnesses have seen it burn down a forest by expelling gas from its 2 arms. Dang, that sounds pretty intense. Okay, I don't want to give it a nickname, but I do want to take a look at its summary. What are you all about? Yeah, just great stats all around. Maybe a little slow, but certainly not that bad. Seed Bomb, Skull Bash, wow. Hardy nature, I guess I really can't complain about that. Just kind of no weaknesses, no strengths. Not all that great, you know, competitively to have a neutral nature, but I like it for, in-game purposes. Okay, one more to go, and this is not it. Though I am a little curious, what is it? Oh yeah, it's Sandile, our best friend, right? No. Anyway, that went quite well, I'd say. So, I'll cut back in when I find the next one of these Celesteelas. You know, there is an item over here that, yeah, I was just kind of sitting there and I never picked it up, so I should probably ride across my Mudsdale and get it. Doug Trio, go away. I was right in the middle of something, okay? I just want to see what this item is. Because that's kind of important, you know? Well, I mean, it probably is just like a hyper potion or something, but hey, you never know. It might be something good. Let's see. I was also thinking about it, and oh, a comet shard. That's pretty nice. I think I could sell that for a pretty penny. Woo! Oh, no. I was also thinking about it, and it would probably make more sense to try to catch this thing over in the other area, because then I don't have to deal with the darn sandstorm. But, you know what? Since I'm here, I might as well just try here. But I did think about that, so yeah, that's the thing. Here we go. Time to fight against Celesteela once again. Oh man. At least this was not as tough to catch as the other thing, or at least as threatening. Oh, that circuitry thing. That was crazy. I mean, this thing is cool looking, but it doesn't have any, like, extreme stats. And I can pull out my Nature's Madness against it, which I like. That's great for catching these things. Because pretty much 2 uses of this, and you're pretty set to catch it. 3 uses, and it's, like, should be really easy. Okay, let's see if I can pull it off again. Yeah, we're basically repeating the fight. Although I'm actually contemplating, maybe I should just stay in and go for another Nature's Madness. I mean, the worst that could happen is Tapu Koko gets knocked out. Yeah, let's just see if you can take this Skull Bash. Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. Okay, there we go. That's pretty darn good. So, let's toss another Beast Ball at this thing. I've only had him break out from 1 Beast Ball, so that's nice. Now, I tell you, they need to make a new type of Pokeball called a Beach Ball that works good against Pokemon on the beach. Plus, you can use it to play with your Pokemon. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? We need Beach Balls for everyone. Oh, anyway, I got that thing. I guess I'll take a look at its nature. This thing actually might not be too bad to bring along for catching other Ultra Beasts, just because it's very defensive, or at least reasonably defensive. Yeah, that's not all that great of a nature for it, but oh well, that's fine. I mean, that thing could take like 1,000,000 hits. All right, well, get out of here. So that's that. I completed the mission. Let's get back to Looker, who's actually not very far away, but I don't want to have to traverse this desert, so I'm just gonna fly back on over, and I will see him in a moment. All right, let's go ahead and report this to Looker and to Annabelle, hopefully. Hey, Looker! I got the things. I took care of it. Don't worry. Amazing! Bravo! You have done it. I must call the chief back at once. Maybe I'll finally be able to get some dinner, right? I finished sending the data from the UB you protected to HQ, and to Miss Wick as well. Thank you for your hard work, Marriland. We should be able to learn everything there is to know about Celesteela, also known as UB Blaster. And we have also had a word from HQ. There is only 1 UB left for us to take care of. Oh, wonderful. And we have had our hands full with so many individuals for this last UB. It was a rather dangerous situation, but you were all right, Chief. Yes, of course. Both me and my Pokemon were fine. Of course, we ran into some difficult situations. Being surrounded by the UBs and outflanked by them made it rather touch and go for a while. As I'd feared. What is it, Mr. Looker? You've been acting rather odd for a while now, haven't you? Ah, no, it's nothing. Could it be about our long-delayed feast? I know, right? Oh, yes, indeed. What a disaster that you have found me out. Oh yeah, I see. The truth is that I'm starving, just starving. How a Snorlax feels. I know exactly now. How hopeless you are, Mr. Looker. But I suppose we have been putting it off for a rather long time. You must be hungry indeed. Then allow me to take point this time and find a delicious restaurant for us all. Ah, yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. But you won't know the reviews. It's a bit embarrassing to admit, but I'm actually quite famished myself. So you two stay here and relax while I go and find us a place to eat. The chief can't take much more of this. She must be exhausted. She acts particularly cheery when she is feeling unwell to hide her weaknesses, or her weakness from others. I know it may be a bit late for this, but there is something I would like to tell you. It is something that happened about 10 years ago now. I came to the Alola region at that time as part of a 3-person team to eradicate a UB. Of course, we did not know them as UBs back then. It was simply a dangerous creature. My team succeeded in chasing down the UB, and then we tried to put an end to it. But somebody screwed up. Who is that? It's gotta be... Yep, of course. Nanu. This half-hearted fool here felt sorry for the monster, if even only for a moment. That moment was enough to get the 3rd member of our team done in by the UB. What? This I cannot deny. I made an error of judgment. I failed to consider the fact that she was not trained for combat. She was just bait for the UB. And the international police knew it. The UBs relentlessly seek out those who have passed through an ultra wormhole. The passage must change them somehow, as though they've been bathed in some energy, something that beasts can smell or sense. It is thought that the UBs can track such people as those sniffing them out. It's not like the monsters come here by choice. They don't want to be here, so they smell that familiar scent and think there'll be a wormhole, that they'll get home. Nanu, you called her bait. She really was, wasn't she? Faller. That is what the international police calls them. Humans who appear from an ultra wormhole, and those who are bathed in a great deal of the energy that pours out for them. She had come through a wormhole. She was from another world, and she was put on our team to help draw the UBs to us. And now you're repeating history. You've got a faller right here, haven't you? That's right, boy, I'm talking about you. Yes, it's true. He passed through an ultra wormhole. Marriland was exposed to the energy, so he may indeed be a faller. But... I'm back. I'm sorry, young Marriland, but let us continue this talk another time. I'm sorry, you two. I couldn't get a reservation at the restaurant. It seems like it's a very popular place. Hey, Missy. Mr. Nanu, I didn't realize you were here. Another one of those monsters appeared, this time on Pony Island. I'll tell you more when we get there. We'll meet at the floating restaurant in Seafolk Village. This next one seems like a real tough opponent. Be sure you're ready for it. Oh, yes, of course we will. Thank you again, Mr. Nanu. Mr. Looker, is everything all right? Of course, it is fine. Not a problem at all. Then I will make my way to the floating restaurant on Pony Island. Once you're ready, Marriland, please do come and join us there. So, it is on to Pony next. I will be counting on you, Marriland. Let us meet again at the floating restaurant in Seafolk Village. Alright, let's. Yeah, that sounds like a dandy idea. I'm definitely in favor of that. However, I think that, I don't know, might be a little challenging, might be a bit much. I don't know how much left there is to this whole plot. It sounds like that's the last of the Ultra Beasts to track down, so that's a good thing. But yeah, and kind of looking at the time, you know what, if it ends up being a little shorter than usual, I think that'll be fine. I'll make sure we get the rest of them, or the rest of this Ultra Beast stuff taken care of. Well, actually, okay, I take that back. I don't know how much is left, so I can't guarantee I'll take care of it all, but yeah, I think we're gonna leave things here for now. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next episode of Marriland's Pokemon Moon Adventure. See you next time, everyone. Aloha!